Libya's anti-Gaddafi fighters have seized the police headquarters in Sirte. Reports from the center of the former Libyan leader's hometown are that Gaddafi loyalists are beginning to abandon the battle and that the level of fighting is dying down. Let's go live with the very latest to Tony Bertley, who's in the center of Sirte. Tony, so it seems a breakthrough there by the NTC fighters. How much longer do you think until they're in full control of Sirte?
It's very difficult to say because it's very chaotic and disorganized here at the moment, because you've got three various groups of fighters coming from three different directions, from the south, from the west and from the east, and there have been some cases of this disorganization leading to injuries by friendly fire. So there's not a great deal of communication, but there's a great deal of resolve, I have to say. And this road behind me is the main thoroughfare from the south that they punched through in the last 14 hours, and that's taken them to take control of the police station. And also they're now heading for the west of the city to an area called Number 2. That's where we're told that Gaddafi's remaining forces are holed up in an area that measures about 3 square kilometers, and that's where most of the fighting is raging at the moment. We don't know if there are other pockets around the city, but at the moment that's where the focus is on. There's nowhere for them to go anymore. They're cutting off the route to the sea, and that's it. The game over is, according to the anti-Gaddafi forces, a matter of hours or perhaps days away now.
And Tony, what about the civilians who've stayed behind? I mean, presumably some of them are Gaddafi's supporters. How are they getting on? How are they being treated by the NTC fighters there?
Well, I have to say they've been treated very well. The cases that we have seen, very frightened and terrified civilians who've gone through this terrible bombardments in the last few days. They've been huddled together in homes for safety, and they've been treated very well. They've been given food, water and transport. They have been rounding up men who are of fighting age. We've seen a lot of people who've been arrested. Some were cuffed, some were not. They have been treated fairly well to our knowledge. They are saying they are civilians, but of course it's a big problem, as you say, is who was a fighter and who is a civilian. According to the anti-Gaddafi forces, they say they have records, they have documents will show who was exactly who. So for now, I think they're rounding up all those people who are of a fighting age, and they will question them and wait to find the evidence. But at the moment, it seems to be handling quite well. I have to say there's some looting going on. There seems to be three sort of main aims of this offensive, and that's people who want to fight, people who want to loot, and people who may have scores to settle. So it's a very fluid and chaotic situation, but I have to say that every hour another piece of this town is falling to the anti-Gaddafi forces.
Okay, thank you for that update. Tony Bertley live in Sirte, Libya for us.